Hello, and welcome to another Bitmaster Bitcoin Weekly Wrap-Up. I'm Chris Filiatro, and I have a special guest today, Michael Young. I'll introduce my special guest in just a moment, but first we want to talk about Bitcoin prices. Staying steady at 127 or so, depends on what exchange you're at, but that's US and Canadian dollars. Now, we usually start off with some kind of news, but there is no news today, not any big news that we really care about, so we're just going to get right into our special guest here, Michael. Michael is the founder and president of the Simon Fraser Bitcoin Club, and for those of you that do not know, Simon Fraser is a big university in Burnaby in Vancouver, British Columbia. Here's his card, we'll just get closer up there, and you have a QR code in the back here too. That's just takes you right to the website.
Yeah. Takes you to sfu.ca/Bitcoin.
sfu.ca.bitcoin.
sfu.ca/Bitcoin.
/Bitcoin. I see. Okay, it's on there. Michael, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, before we delve into the interview, you sent me an interesting email the other day, and it's an interesting thing about Japan and Canada, how that works. Can you tell me what happened?
Well, about maybe a week ago, I added a post on our Facebook page. And it was an interview given by a rock climber in California who's giving out rock climbing lessons.
Rock climbers, like climbing on mountain kind of guys? Okay, yeah.
He's taking Bitcoins.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So he takes Bitcoins for the lessons, the rock climbing lessons, right? Okay. So you posted that on Facebook.
Yeah. And then right away, like within the hour, two Japanese fellow liked that post, and they follow the Facebook page that we had, and they added me on Facebook. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, because we deal with Japan a lot, and the interesting thing about it is the name of one of the gentlemen is Mr. Nishi, and he is one of the guys that we work with in Japan, and there he is right there. This is a little post on his Facebook. I think if you go up, you recognize if we go up, there's a couple more there. There's one. I had a meeting in Japan, and I was with him. And there's me in the corner there. You can kind of see.
I thought it was Adam West. Look a lot like.
Oh, does it look like Adam West? Okay, yeah. Anyway, that's just hilarious how quickly everything's moving along. Okay. Well, Japan and Canada. How about that? So let's get into the Simon Fraser Bitcoin Club. When did you start up?
I had the idea of starting it back in 2011, not long after I started mining for Bitcoins.
Oh, you're a miner too?
Yeah, I was a miner.
You still mine?
I don't mine anymore. It's no longer profitable for me.
Yeah, right.
So I started this club back in May of this year, and at the end of June, we're officially recognized by the Simon Fraser Student Society as a club.
Okay.
So we've only been around for about 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many members do you have?
In terms of casual members, we have about 140.
Wow.
And in terms of executives, we have a team of 7 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's fast.
Yeah.
And everybody, of course, when they find out about Bitcoins, they're super excited.
Oh yeah,
because
for sure.
It's the cutting edge. You have a pamphlet here too, the Simon Fraser. You guys are really going all out. I don't know if you can see all of that in the screen, but there's the Simon Fraser Bitcoin Club, and in the pamphlet here, you've got more or less what you guys do about it. So you teach people about Bitcoins?
Our job is to not so much teach, but we're trying to inform them of how Bitcoin functions and the implications. We're not we're an advocacy group, but we're not pushing people to like Bitcoins or to not like Bitcoins. Up to them to decide. Right. And we're just providing a really fair way for them to understand it, rather than just listening to whatever is in the media. They can come to our presentations and discuss Bitcoin with our presenters. So it's a non-biased information source that they can come to. Now, is anybody allowed to go up there, say, an old guy like me? Anybody. We welcome everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a professor or a student, or if you're somebody who serves coffee on campus, or yourself. You can be anybody, and anybody is welcome to come to our event. And I think it's great because our last event that we had at the end of September, we had a turnout of about 40 to 50 people. Oh, that's and great. Most of the guys that went there, about half of them weren't even from SFU. And they had quite a good time being there, because they had a lot of questions that they wanted to have answered about Bitcoin, and our presenter did a really good job answering them. and they enjoy the networking session afterwards.
Right, right.
A lot of fun for them.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I mean, and we do that too here in Vancouver, and with Bitmaster, I attend a lot of events and meet people like you and I met Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And so I was lucky enough to get him down here, but that's the whole thing, meeting people, talking about Bitcoins and figuring out ways that they can be used in the economy or with ourselves to buy things, right? So what can I buy with Bitcoins? How do you guys talk about that?
The way I see it, there's 4 major uses for Bitcoin. First of all, as a consumer, you can spend it, you can buy stuff with it. You know, it could be online, offline, you know, in person, in retail, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's like a primary use. And the second thing that I like about Bitcoin that people can use it for is to send money back and forth. It's very easy to do like international transfers versus using credit cards, or sorry, using Western Unions.
Or any the banks and stuff. Yeah, I've actually transferred Bitcoins, or we do that quite a bit between Japan and Canada. And basically, if I send money to my kids in Japan, they get it within 10 minutes. You know, I mean, and that never happens with any other financial, right? Yeah, okay. What else? You purchase, you can send it?
Yeah, you can send it, or if you like to day trade, you can use it as it's almost like a stock almost.
Yeah.
Or you can hold on to it and hope its future value will go up.
So an investment?
Investment, yeah.
Or stock would be maybe a little bit more like FX, like
Forex.
Forex. Yeah, that's what I was. Forex.
And I guess another use that we haven't spoke much about in our club is crowdfunding.
Right.
It's going to be a huge thing in the future. Being able to be anybody in the world, as long as you have a little Bitcoin, you have connection to the internet, you should be able to use your Bitcoins to fund any projects that you find interesting.
Now, were you talking the other day that you're active in some crowdfunding projects, or was it somebody else at the
Yeah, I'm currently working with a person from Jiggy TV, actually the founder.
Right, yes, I met him too.
Yeah. And we want to promote Bitcoin for crowdfunding purposes. So we're trying to reach out to the local community and see who can spend a little time and research on this, and we can maybe find ways to use crowdfunding on this platform.
Wow, well, I might be one of the guys. We'll have to talk after this meeting here, but it's good we talked about, because I think crowdfunding is a really great phenomenon, you know, and it allows so many other people to do and, you know, fund projects that may or may not go, but I mean, it lessens the risk, because we're talking smaller amounts. And to be able to do it with Bitcoins, I mean, that's fantastic. It's cutting edge as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to talk about is being able to donate using Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a huge thing that, in my opinion, that's not really been looked at. Bitcoin allows for, just like crowdfunding, but it allows for like anybody, anywhere in the world to donate whatever amount that they see fit directly to the person receiving it. So there's no middle person in between that.
Right, and so the funds are going directly to the person.
Yeah.
I thought, and I sent an email to avaz.org, which I sign up to, and they, you know, all kinds of evils in the world and tyranny going on, and they go against that. And I sent an email to them saying that I would like to donate. And I do through PayPal. But I think it would be cool because Bitcoins are so versatile that you can just do it immediately right there on your phone. You go, I'll give you 0.1 Bitcoin or whatever it is and send it off. So you're right, donations are a really big thing, and if there was a platform. So you work actively to set that up?
Yeah. We're trying to work with some charities online where they will come to one of our events, where we try and show how quick and easy it is to donate Bitcoin, especially using your smartphone.
Yes.
And at the end of that event, we'll talk about whatever charity that they're working with, and we'll display like a giant QR code on a projector, and everybody just scans that. And right away you see the Bitcoin amount, the balance being reflected live.
Oh, wow.
Which you can't do with PayPal, you can't do with credit cards, you can't even do that with cash, because who's going to go and count the cash?
Right, yeah.
This allows for a really competitive way of donating, right? Because you probably want to match other people when they're donating.
That's right, yeah. And it's, wow, that is really good. I didn't actually think of that. But. Okay, well, so your club's mandate is, as you said, is to bring awareness, a non-biased awareness of Bitcoins to everybody that you possibly can, and you're reaching out to the community, right? Do you have some specific goals you can talk about?
What we really want to do is to help, first of all, because I'm from SFU, I'm from Simon Fraser University, and we want to just help the university really engage the world. Engaging the world is actually their mandate. So I want to see that realized.
SFU's mandate
Yeah.
is to engage the
Yeah.
world. Okay, yeah. Well, that's a great
Yeah.
platform.
So I want to make SFU the university for innovation by having it synonymous with Bitcoin.
Okay.
And I guess if you go down a little more, like I said, we're going to provide lectures on the functions and implications of Bitcoin and how this will affect individual, businesses, politics, and just people like anywhere in the world will be affected by Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, I want to just create a way so that I can help merchants, or our club will help merchants adopt Bitcoin. Because I think right now Bitcoin is so fresh, a lot of businesses don't really know what it is. But if they just invest a little bit of time and look
Yeah.
into it, it can bring them a lot of rewards,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
especially online business.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, as you say, it's so fresh. I mean, Bitcoin's a little bit difficult to understand in some ways, but it's good. Clubs like yours that are bringing awareness, and sooner or later, the people will be able to understand it more easily. There'll be a way to say, here's what Bitcoins are, here's what they do, by actually showing people how they work, like you say, right? When you do the donations and you can see the Bitcoins coming up in real time, I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You can, and then of course, getting a Bitcoin wallet, putting it on your phone and actually giving it a try is one of the things too, right?
Yeah. That's what I do a lot. Like a lot of people come and ask me, "Oh, what's Bitcoin?" You know, I heard about it, but I never seen it done in action. What I do is I just give them like $1 worth of Bitcoin. I set them up with a wallet.
I do the same thing too.
Right away,
I say,
they understand how quick it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It just opens up their mind. It's like
That's
it's mind blowing.
that's right. It's
Yeah.
mind blowing. That's
Yeah.
right. And everybody comes on and they say another great attribute about Bitcoins is that they're cool.
They are cool.
They are.
They are cool.
Right? Everybody says Bitcoins are cool. Do you use a specific wallet?
I use blockchain
Right.
because it is the most popular one, and they are pretty good about having good support.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have issues with them, and I email them, and they respond back to me within a day. So it's very good for that.
I think a lot of the programmers, and this is just speculation, but they really love Bitcoin, and the support is there because they're advocates for the Bitcoin movement, if you will, right? It's not like phoning up your telephone company and they, can you wait for an hour and then maybe we'll get back to you and then we won't tell you the truth and we'll hang up on you, kind of thing. But with Bitcoins, with the support, and me too, every time I've talked to somebody about Bitcoins, there's an excitement there that people really want to help out, right? Like they want it to be known more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you personally. So you got into Bitcoins in 2011, and obviously you're running the club, so that's a big job. Does it take up a lot of your time?
Oh yeah, I probably spent the entire summer on this, and I probably spent maybe 6 hours, 5 hours per night sleeping. So it cut down a lot on my summertime.
Right.
But yeah, it took a lot of work between myself and like the other guys in the club. We
Right.
really had to push a lot to make sure that our branding is right.
Yeah, and to make sure that you're viable and you've got everything in place.
Yeah.
So, well, I think you're doing a fantastic
Thank
job, and I'm a Bitcoin advocate myself too. So I want to say personally, thank you. And I mean, we're a company. We deal in Japan. Oh, I was going to say to the Japanese people, 西さん、よろしくお願いします。もうカナダの方に夢になりますので、ぜひカナダの方に来ていただきたいとよろしくお願いします。And so. For myself and all the people in our group who are getting on the Bitcoin bandwagon, thank you so much for doing this kind of stuff.
It's my pleasure.
It's probably really rewarding for you
Yeah.
too, right? On a personal note, where do you see, and I ask everybody the same time, so it's a pretty tough question here, where do you see Bitcoins going, and how long do you think it'll take to go wherever you think they're going to go?
I think in 3 years, you'll see Bitcoin being no longer like a really unknown, maybe fringe kind of topic. It'll be I wouldn't say you'll find it everywhere, but at least like for charities, they'll take advantage of it because for them it's a lot easier for them to get donation using Bitcoin versus telling somebody to go home and go on the computer and pay. You just use your. You can have like a guy on the street with like a sign and a T-shirt. I just scan his shirt and I pay him.
Right,
That's
this
it.
guy in a
Yeah.
T-shirt. Hey, show us your shirt there. This is the Simon Fraser Bitcoin Club. That's a wonderful. And who did the logo? That's a pretty cool logo.
It's between myself and our branding director.
Right.
And it took a lot of time to come up with this. This actually is a metaphor for Bitcoin. You can see the blocks are moving in and out.
Oh, I see.
It's like the blockchain.
Fantastic. It's the Bitcoin blockchain.
Yeah, it's blockchain.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a great design. Wow. So you're focused, really, one of your focuses, and not totally, but is the to bring it alive is the donation part of it, I guess.
Yeah, I want to make Bitcoin a little more social, because Bitcoin seems to be something that people talk about, but if they can participate in it actively for something positive, and they can meet new people doing it, it'll help bring Bitcoin up a lot.
Right, it's a catalyst. You're talking
it's
about
catalyst,
catalyst, right? Yeah. And I do the same thing you do too. When I meet somebody and they want to know about Bitcoin, I say, well, hey, let's download a Bitcoin blockchain or one of the other ones, right? And then I give them $1 worth of Bitcoins, right? So I've given out a lot of money in Bitcoin so far, but I think it's worth it just to like you too, to get the word out and let everybody know.
Yeah, at our event, our last event, I announced that our club was giving away $50 worth of Bitcoin. So through that, I got a lot of people sign up on Facebook, and they came. So
oh wow,
yeah, it's good. I like giving away Bitcoin. I think it's a good thing. Once you give it away, then that person who gets it, he'll probably give a bit of it away and play around with it.
Right. Yeah.
So,
and maybe buy something or something. If we wanted to get more information from Simon Fraser Bitcoin Club, is there a URL we can go to? I think it's on the back. You said it's right on the back. And let's show it on the screen here. So it's, what can you tell us again?
I'll just take off my shirt.
Oh, okay. Right. There you go. The future money starts here. There you go. We have them in the screen here. Move over just a little bit more. And then, so if you want to, you can scan this QR code in here, just freeze the screen, and it'll take you directly to the same Simon Fraser Bitcoin Club. Thanks.
And our URL is sfu.ca/Bitcoin.
Okay.
So it's very easy to remember.
On the screen there. Yeah.
And through that, you can find our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and also our YouTube channel.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thanks so much for coming in the studio.
No problem.
Appreciate
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next week for another Bitmaster Bitcoin Weekly Wrap-Up. Until then.